Hey everybody, welcome back. Andrew from Apex Cards. I wanted to give everyone an update of the storage locker find. We've done some organizing, as you can see. This is one of two shelves. We had a ridiculous amount, I don't know, maybe like a thousand boxes that are between 300 or 100 count up to 800 count boxes. So the kind of these long, slender boxes. And took a long time, but I finally got them all sorted by sport. And this is one of the shelves here. So on the top is only basketball. I mean, you can see these are either full or partial sets. You can see what's written on them there. I basically have not looked through them besides checking to see that, yes, in fact, what's written on the box is what's actually in the box. And you can see it's pretty deep here. So a lot of stuff. It's all basketball there on the top. And this little stack back here, these are all little single sets that I guess were marked for sale. You can see they're marked $10. This is a Topps Basketball Gold and 92, 93. And you're probably saying, is the Shaq in there? Yeah, the Shaq is in there. Shaq rookie Topps Gold is in there. Let's just verify. Who's that on top? Yep, there it is. So there's more, right? Each one of these are all sets with Shaq rookies in them. So I don't know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, there's, I don't know what, 25 of them here. Pretty wild. So that's these kind of 4 or 5 stacks here. It's just all the Shaq rookies. So let's try to put up this Topps Gold. I think there's only one Topps Gold, that one that I just grabbed there. The rest are, you know, base set, no, not parallel sets, but I mean, just a ridiculous amount of cards. This next, shelf is going to be football, I believe. And then below it is also football. And then down here is hockey. I'll come back around to this side. Hockey down here at the very bottom. And then on the very bottom is more basketball. This is like overflow basketball that I couldn't put up there on the top shelf. Excuse me, no, the second shelf is this shelf here is going to be baseball. This whole shelf over here, all of this is baseball. Most of the cards that I have are baseball cards. I'd say a good 60% of the cards are baseball. But all of this here is baseball. And some of them are complete sets. Some of it is like a long box like this. You know, there's a lot of these little short boxes like this. I mean, I've yet to even go through this. Here's a factory set up here. You know, I think there's a Jeter rookie in there. So pretty wild stuff. So that's what I've done with the little short boxes. I guess the box, any box is smaller than 2,000 count. So during the sorting process, when I was sorting all those boxes, I pulled out any interesting boxes. And that's what's here on the floor. And we'll go through those probably on another video. But, you know, what do I mean by interesting boxes? Let's just take at least a look here. Set up the tripod real quick. You know, what are these? I'm about to tell you. Let's see. So like if we open a random box, you know, what's in here? So it's these weird, these are all Auburn cards, right? So just kind of like, I guess this would technically be football, but it was interesting enough that I pulled it out because I hadn't seen, I think these are from like an 89 set and were worth looking at more. Of course, I just destroyed some there. Let's see here. Then what's another little random box that didn't kind of appear to be a full set? Let's see what these guys are. So these are Kurt Warner cards. Just tons and tons of Kurt Warner cards. Just a whole box of Kurt Warner. You know, there's a refractor bones, best refractor. You know, so pretty interesting stuff. There's some upper deck metal, black diamond rather. So kind of cool. Anyway, all these boxes are just stuff that were worth putting aside. So again, I would check every box as I was going through each of the small boxes to see if there's anything interesting. And there's 2 examples for you kind of regarding what I pulled aside. So let's keep looking around here. Been putting some effort into, here's just empty boxes, huge stacks of empty boxes. Been putting some effort into trying to organize this massive pile of baseball cards. These are all baseball here. And I've gone through every box, and basically any box that consisted entirely of a single set, I organized over here. So here's how I'm organizing them. So you can kind of see they're by year. You know, here's 89, here's 90 over here, 91, 92. But basically the way the boxes are labeled, that's the only thing in the box. So this box, you know, here, it's gonna be all 90 Fleer. This is all 89 Topps baseball. All of this is baseball. The problem I'm running into though is that a lot of the boxes have lots of different stuff in them. As you can see, here's 81 Donruss, 81 Fleer, 81 Topps. All in the same box. So, you know, you can put it in the 81 pile, but you have to also label it with the different brands. And then some of these boxes, let's see here. Here's another one, right? Just got a bunch of different years on it. So 94 Upper Deck, 94 SP, 94 Studio, 94 Donruss, 94 Select, 94 Collector's Choice. So this can go in the 94 stack, but it's many, many different brands. So anyway, we'll get around to labeling them. And then going back over here, we've got these huge stack of these monster boxes, 5,000 count boxes, basically. And majority of this is going to be baseball, but it's not fully sorted by sports yet. Haven't got around to these yet because these are basically all the monster boxes I have left. But we'll get to those when the time comes. It's just a heck of a job. Here's some more over here. And sorted out some albums. These aren't particularly interesting. Looks like 82 Donruss here. Complete set. Oftentimes the stars are pulled out of here. What is this? This looks like 80 Topps maybe. So not particularly valuable sets. And usually the superstars are pulled out of them already. But here, I think a lot of these are hockey, and anyway, we'll get to those when we can. The collection also had a ton of comic books. I haven't even gone through the comic books. You can see there's like there's a rough stack right here of comic books. Tons of magazines, right? Like sports related magazines. Tons of autographs and signatures as well, which is kind of interesting. So you can just kind of see. Right, so here, this, you know what, I think this is there's a Beckett magazine. We got tons of Beckett magazines, including the very first, which this, I don't believe is it, but the very first Beckett magazine had Michael Jordan on the front. Anyway, that's bagged and boarded. Maybe that's worth grading. I know you can get magazines graded. We'll have to check into that, but let's go over here. This, all of this here up against the garage door, this is all magazines. All of this. All these are like Beckett magazines, mainly. Sports Illustrated as well. Like here's you can see Jordan there, hologram. Not a particularly valuable magazine. Some of them I've looked up, but here's like an early Sports Illustrated. You know, I don't know the value of these, but they have cigarette ads on them, so you know they're old. Nolan Ryan. So anyway, Beckett and Sports Illustrated, literally just boxes and boxes of these. Just crazy, crazy stuff. Here's some more comics. Just a big stack of comics there. Pretty wild. This is the remaining sealed stuff. Obviously not this box, but here's a bunch of sealed stuff. There's a bunch of these action figures which are worth less than nothing. I don't know if you knew that, but those kind of starting lineup action figures aren't worth very much at all. And then there are, you know, here's some weird card game battle cards. I don't know, this is like starter decks or something. There's a couple in there. Lots of sealed product. More sealed stuff. More sealed stuff down in there. So this is kind of the loosely... I've got a ton more sealed product than this, but this is what's left out here in the in the garage. I've got cases and cases, basketball, football, baseball. Oh, this is kind of interesting. MLB Showdown. These are fairly valuable. This is like a starter deck brick. Wizards of the Coast. Of course, the wrapping is torn, but there were even some hobby boxes, or I guess booster boxes as they're called, from Wizards of the Coast of this set. So those are really valuable, almost like $1,000 a piece for those boxes that I have. And I have 2 of them. So this thing maybe, I don't know, worth 500 bucks, this starter brick. But a hell of a find, that's for sure. Lots of interesting sealed product. Still going through a lot of stuff. I mean, I haven't, besides checking these boxes and making sure that they're all Beckett magazines, I mean, like, look at this. Like, what even is that? You know, tons of magazines. Still so much to go through. Looks like here's some cards here. Kind of interesting. So anyway, just want to give you guys a look at, you know, the little bit of progress that I've made. Oh yeah, had a ton, probably 40 Magic Johnson Christmas ornaments. These are pretty cool. You know, if you need a Magic Johnson Christmas ornament, you just hit me up, because we got them. Bunch of Dragon Ball Z videos, sealed, you know, VHS. So anyway, the fun continues out here. I'll keep you guys updated, and gonna try to make a lot more videos in the new year, because there's still so much cool stuff to show. But thank you guys for sticking with me. Bye, everyone.